gorgeous. I mean, seriously, it's so gorgeous. This is in my backyard. My question for you is, what do you have your mind set on? If my friend hadn't asked me, do you walk during the week? I maybe never would have thought of it. And that's the beauty of different perspectives. When we learn from each other, when we're open to learning from each other, we won't always agree. But it's such a sign of emotional maturity to be open to conversation, to be open to new ideas. And you could say, no, that doesn't work for me. That's totally fine. But what limits us, I'm listening to Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, and he talks about that limiting belief. What limits are we putting on ourselves because of preconceived ideas, because of patterns we get ourselves stuck into, that we get stay captive of that victim mentality, we stay captive of that worry and concern that is beyond our control. You know, it's a sign of insanity to worry about things that are beyond your control. When you start to focus on what's within your realm of control, what you can do in your own life, how you can clean up your own backyard first, you become more confident, you become more settled, you become more peaceful, and that opens you up to discourse. It opens up to conversations with people you may have never conversed with before. It helps you open your mind in love, because fear is what keeps us small and tight, closed off, angry, bitter, and resentful. All of those things disconnect us from the love and beauty that is around us every single day. And all we have to do is change our mind. I changed my mind about walking in the morning. I'm like, heck yeah, I can find time to walk in the morning. So you look at your calendar and you say, when can I fit this in? When can I fit in meaning in my life? And not meaning from things around you, meaning in here. He wants you to commit to being happy on the inside, based on nothing around you. Does this make me happy? Yes, this makes me happy. But I'm already happy because I'm already thankful, because I'm already joyful. That is already wedged into my way of seeing things. I see the beauty. So when we go out in the world, we're given a plan every day. Something is set out before us every day. We don't know what's going to happen that day. We have no control over the guy who cuts us off, fender benders. My daughter slipped and fell, God bless her. We have no control over that. How we respond. We have so much influence and control. And what that does is it shapes our experience of life. I focus on the things that are within my realm of control. And when I open myself to other people's points of view, especially when it comes to caring for myself so I can go out in the world and be a better person, that is where real change happens. Peace, world peace, is an inside job. It has to start here. I see so much fear and anger and bitterness in the world. But what if we started to quiet ourselves, bring our cortisol down, get out of fight or flight, and start to be still and discern and use logic as well as compassion. And compassion that doesn't include yourself is incomplete. And then go about solving problems that are within your realm of control. Solving them through conversation, through discourse. I mean, God, that's amazing when you think about what we can influence in our life. I influence my own life just by getting my arse out the door and going for a walk. I'll post some of the pictures in the comments because, oh wow, when we change our minds, it opens us up, especially if we've been living in fear, in old antiquated ideas, especially when we've been keeping and holding ourselves prisoner through victim mentality. Y'all, I lived that way for 40 plus years. I do not recommend it. It's not a way of life. It is not. But I'm so glad that I chose to change my perspective. I chose to see things in a different way. I chose love over fear, faith over hate. And this is a beautiful life that I live. And what's great is that everybody has access to this experience, no matter where you live. Everywhere I have been in my life, and I have traveled extensively, I see beauty. I see beauty in nature, creation, in people, because I looked for it, because I sought it out. We find what we seek. What are you seeking today? So today, how could you loosen the chains on your own prison that you've created from old ideas, and how could you shift for the betterment of your health, with ripple effects? I had a client who took a leap of faith and chose to change her perspective She's lost almost 25 pounds since October. She feels better. She feels amazing. Even her family feels the difference in her. They feel her calm. They feel her peace. How about that? When you seek out a better, healthier lifestyle, you're not just affecting you, you're affecting everyone around you as well. How amazing is that? So today, what could you change your mind about? It takes courage. It takes faith. But you could sit down and say, you know what? Maybe I was wrong about that. Maybe I didn't keep my mind open about that. Maybe there's a different perspective that I'm not considering. It doesn't mean you're wrong about everything, but good Lord, I've been wrong about a lot of things. It takes courage to say that. And I feel good about myself for saying that because I don't feel dumb. I feel learned. I have learned the ways. And I'm learning every day. And because I go forward in faith and love, and that opens you up to so much freedom and liberation in your life. What can you change your mind about today? What are you limiting yourself with? What limiting belief could you let go of that will liberate you to be more loving, more free, less of a victim, more of a victor today? It's Monday. It's February 2nd, Groundhog Day. We can't predict the future like Punxsutawney Phil, but we can shape our experience through every choice we make, every perspective we have. Live in your blessings, my friend. Live in your blessings. Look for those actively. And we'll talk to you soon. Love you. That is the command. God bless.